MASH didn't have a theme song. MASH didn't have a theme song. It was like. So I had like a weak. It always has like a weak trumpet. I don't think I ever saw a single episode of A-Team. Well, let me describe it for you. This guy named Hannibal, he comes up with a plan, and then he gets the crazy person that they broke out of an insane asylum to fly a plane. But B.A. Baracus, Mr. T, he doesn't like flying, so he's always like, "I ain't gonna get no plane, fool. That fool can't even fly a plane, Hannibal." And Hannibal's got to be like, "All right, trick him." And so they trick him. They usually give him like a glass of almond milk, and he goes, "Is that milk? I love milk," and he passes out so they can put him on the plane. And then once that hurdle is over, then they got to like seduce a girl somehow. So Face, he's like the handsome one. He drives a Corvette for some reason. I don't know where they got the Corvette. Anyway, so he has to trick the girl. And the girl, she's got to give him like a key or some shit. She's got to give him some other option, some other MacGuffin, right, to get into the next level. And then they get holed up they're on an adventure of some kind trying to save somebody that they need help, because they're the A-Team and they survive as soldiers of fortune in the Los Angeles underground. Anyway, so now they're holed up someplace, and that's like, it's getting bad, man, because the bad guys are winning. But they're a crack commando team and they know how to do shit. So then they have a montage of them building like a tank out of like a shopping cart and like some scrap metal, and they have a montage, and they build like a super machine, like a weapon of mass destruction. And then they go out and they kill all the bad guys. Well, they don't really kill them. The guys kind of jump out of the way when they shoot at them, and they blow them up, and they all kind of jump out of the way. Sometimes they kill people, but not usually. And then in the end, Hannibal, the boss, Colonel, he goes, "I love it when a plan comes together." And he always has a cigar. "I love it when a plan comes together." And that's how it goes. As if he planned it all along. There you go. Now you don't ever have to watch. You never have to watch an episode of Mr. T. But I grew up with it as a child. And when I moved to Germany, it was playing on TV, and I watched it in German, and people are like, "How come you learned how to speak German so quickly?" And I'm like, well, every Sunday they showed reruns of A-Team in German, and I watched it. That's how I learned German. Don't forget the part where they always ride around in the badass van. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the van. The van is also part of it. It's part of the van. Yeah, MacGyver. MacGyver was cool and all, but not like the A-Team. Yeah, the red stripe. The van was pretty cool. The van, everyone had the toy van. Yeah, and the van had their machine guns and stuff in it. Yeah. And later on, the last season, they introduce a new character, and they're like working with the bad guy. Oh, by the way, there's always in the beginning, they're always getting chased because they escape from prison, so they're always getting chased by the military too. So the American military is after them. They're trying to help down on their luck people in Los Angeles who have, problems with drug lords and stuff. They got drug lord problems and stuff. So the A-Team's trying to help them also escape the military who's looking for them all the time. And so that adds a little wrinkle in it every episode. It's good times. You'll have a fun time. Yes. How do you remember the shit? This is from the 80s. Yeah, that's the question. Why do I remember that? I love that question. It really bothers me that I know the theme song in my head of Airwolf, and it will not go away. Why do I have the theme song of Airwolf in my head? When I'm on my deathbed, I'm going to go. I'm going to do that on my deathbed. Make sure I have a kazoo. I will be playing all of the 1980s TV show opening jingles. Different strokes we play, different strokes it takes, different strokes to rule the world. Yes, it does. It takes different strokes to rule the world. I remember all of them, and I will never get them out of my head. Airwolf. Airwolf wasn't even on that long, and it's in my goddamn... Airwolf had like 2 seasons or some shit, and it's in my fucking head until I die. Knight Rider. Boom, 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 ch, boom, ch, boom, boom. Shit, bro. Michael Knight, a lone warrior against. It can't go away. Bonanza, of course. If you there were originally words to it. If I got a right to pick a fight, if you pick a fight with one of my brothers, you pick a fight with me. All for one, one for all. Bonanza, that's before the 80s. That's, you see what I mean? Brady, here's a story of a lovely lady. Yeah, everyone knows this song.